Hi there, it's Ruth at aRTful Stampin'. Today I'm using the Birthday Blossom stamp set and taking colour inspiration from the Colour Q challenge blog. I'll put a link in my blog post. The colours today that they have issued, for this week, are Riding Hood Red, Tangerine Tango, Daffodil Delight, Kiwi Kiss and White. I don't actually have Kiwi Kiss, so I'm using Lucky Limeade instead, which retired a couple of years ago or more. And I have got Riding Hood Red as well, which is also retired. So I've gone ahead and created a mask for the little banner element here. So I stamped it onto a piece of sticky note and I've just cut it out already, ready to use. And I'm going to be making two cards. So I'm going to be folding this in half and cutting it. So I'm just going to be aiming my design sort of in these two areas here. So to start off with, I'm going to stamp my sentiment. So I want to check I've got that kind of semi-level. I'm going to just stamp that there. Oh, I've done it upside down. Oh, aren't I clever? Okay, you know what? Turn it over. That's what I say in my classes. Turn it over. Start again. I'll have one correct at least. Yeah, my son's just calling me. Right, so that's done. Then I'm going to use this to stick over the top. As carefully as I can. Oh, no, that's not quite right. Oh, I think my son's decided he doesn't need me now. Okay, so I have got the lovely flower stamp here. And I'm just twiddling it around a second because, just to give you a tip in terms of lining it up if you have to punch it, I think this flower here with the line across, that's the one that goes on the side. So whenever I stamp, I'm aiming to have that one on the right hand side, like that. And it makes these masking and punching out easier. So I'm just going to pop one there, one there, just stamp a few around. Maybe one even over here. There we go. And then we've got Tangerine Tango, yeah. And what I'm going to try and do is just fill in the gaps between some of these flowers. Then I'm going to move the mask down. Obviously if you've got time, just cut two masks. If you're going to be doing two at a time like I am. And then always keep the mask with your stamp set, so that if you ever need it again, you've got it ready. Oh, now I did mean to mask off. I thought I punched them out ready. Oh, they're up here. I meant to mask off this flower here, which I haven't done, so just to show you what happens when you do mask it off. Okay, so you line your mask with your image, stick it down. Okay. I'm not going to bother doing it with these ones, you kind of get the idea, don't you? And then I'm going to use the Lucky Limeade for the leaves. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is use the watercolour pen. So I think they're called watercolour pens. Basically they're watercolour brushes, sorry, not pens, where you put water into the barrel here, and then to use your ink pads as a palette, you give your ink pads a bit of a squish like this, and that deposits colour onto there. So then you can use this, you give the watercolour brush a bit of a squeeze, and that gives you lots of lovely colour there. And I'm just going to go over and paint in some of the green leaves. And you can be as careful or as careless as you want, because we're wanting to go for a bit of a watercolour look here, so it doesn't really matter if you don't stain the lines too much. Oops, caught some of the red off there, never mind. Okay, so that's just a little bit of the yellow, and I think also I'm going to put a little bit of the yellow in the centres of these orange flowers. And also when the water touches the colour that you've already stamped, it kind of reactivates it sometimes a little bit, so which is quite a nice kind of watery effect then. So we're using the thick Whisper White cardstock here, and it seems to be able to take a little bit of water okay. It's obviously not as thick as the watercolour paper that we do, but it seems to be coping okay. It's not warping too much. So I had a little play earlier, and I'll show you what I did earlier. And I think it was just the thinner Whisper White that we do, which is great for, you know, stamping and stuff, but it warped slightly, so I would suggest that you need a thicker one. Or I have got the shimmery white ready to have a go with, to play with. So okay, I think this colour is starting to run out a little bit. So this is the Riding Hood red, and I just want to spread some colour around in there. This is quite fun, you don't have to be too strict about this. Okay, I really don't know how many minutes I'm up to already, but I'm trying to hurry along. Okay, now I'm cheating and getting red directly from the ink pad itself, just in the corner. It's not going to damage the ink pad too much for me doing this. There we go. Okay, right, so I think all that remains for me to do, clean off my brush and very carefully cut this in half actually I'm going to score it first. So score just under 15 centimetres and then cut it down at 10.5. So approximately it's a 6x4 card, but just maybe a little bit less. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so looking at this already, I can see what I would have done different. I don't like the way that I've gone over the writing so much. So I think if I was to do this again, I wouldn't stamp so much around the writing here. But there we go, that's me just being honest and having a play. So there we go, that's my card. And then if I show you the one that I had a play with earlier, this is using Pacific Point, Marina Mist, and I think it was Wild Wasabi, or was it Pear Pizzazz? Might have been Pear Pizzazz. and that's the kind of colours, how the colours worked out there. Alright, well thank you for joining me today, and I hope you've been inspired. Do check out aRTfulStampin.co.uk for any products that you'd like to purchase, and please contact me. I'm happy to give any information and advice on your purchases, and hopefully I'll catch you again soon. Alright, bye.